I don't know how to stay positive about this. This might actually be one of the worst video games I've ever played in my life. Like, this game doesn't even feel like it was supposed to be a game. Like, it literally feels like a movie. Actually, it doesn't even feel like a movie. It's worse than that. It feels like I'm watching episodes of a TV show, and it's like the worst possible plot line imaginable. You literally go to an interview to become a janitor's assistant. No, I'm not. Okay, that's not actually what the game is about. What the game is about doesn't even matter, because I was distracted the entire time I was playing the game. If you look at the main character's face, like, it's so obvious that they tried to make her look like a him. And I wasn't even gonna, this isn't even really a review, and I didn't even plan on making this video, but the second I seen that, I was like, I have to say something about this. Like, there's no way anybody played this and didn't say anything about this. Like, it's impossible not to say anything. That is, if you aren't pretending that this game is good. Because I've unironically seen people saying this is a good game. While I didn't take the screenshot of it, most people I've seen playing this game at once is like 1,500, but I took a screenshot of like 1,100 people playing it. But it's just, how do people think this is good? Like, is this really how low people's standards have become for video games? Like, honestly. And this game really reminds me of Quantum Break, which I never played that game, but I think it's in the same universe. I think, not that it matters. I'm sure that game is probably just as bad, if not worse. It's another one of these games that have a convoluted story. Like, why can't you just be straightforward with something? You just can't be straightforward about what your game's about. No, you need to jump through holes and try and make your story seem as deep as possible, when in reality, it's nothing special. It's not. I literally just stopped caring. I just stopped caring. I actually couldn't even be bothered to care about the story, because every single character in this game is ugly. Every single one, dude. I'm not joking. But the main character is easily the worst, which is why I'm even talking about this, because they literally made her a man. And I've been noticing this with like a lot of video games lately, especially a game that I've put a lot of time into, Resident Evil 4 Remake, which I literally cannot play that game without this mod that literally changes Ashley's face, because her face literally is disgusting. Like, it is impossible to play this game without a mod. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm not exaggerating. I'm being so serious. Even her body looks strange. It almost looks deformed. The mod that changes her face literally makes her look so much better. Honestly, that's what her face should have looked like. And apparently there's some minor controversy, if you even want to call it that, on Nexus Mods, which is where I got the mod. And apparently a group of people that claim to be women got offended by somebody making a video game mod that you don't need to use, by the way. It's a video game mod. You don't need it. And apparently people got offended by this guy making her look more feminine, because if you just take a side-by-side comparison, you can tell the difference between the mod and what she actually looks like in the game, and it's day and night. Like, she looks miles better than she is supposed to look in the game. Like, it's actually disgusting that they did this, and I already know people are gonna say it's a face scan. Like, you know, they make changes to stuff afterwards, right? I'm like 99% certain. I know the main character in Control is also a face scan model, but if you look at this side-by-side comparison I found, it's pretty obvious they made some changes to make her look a lot more manly, even though she already looked pretty masculine. She has a pretty strong jawline as it is, but I feel like they intentionally stretched her face out to make it look longer and more masculine. And it's like, how can anybody ignore this? How can anybody unironically say that she's attractive? Like, she's not. She's ugly. That is literally a man, dude. That is all that was going through my mind the entire time I was playing this game, is that is literally a man. And I feel like that's like every single video game that comes out now. You just need to make every female character ugly, because somehow beauty is a bad thing, I guess. And it's not actually that beauty is a bad thing. It's that these people making these games hate you, and they have to destroy things that are actually beautiful, because they themselves know that they're disgusting and ugly. So they have to ruin things that people enjoy. Like, the fact that people will stir up controversy over a game like Stellar Blade because you play as an attractive woman is just absolutely mind-blowing to me. But a game where you play as what looks to be a man but is somehow a woman, which is extremely distracting because she still has a feminine voice while having a very masculine face. It infuriated me so much, and it literally distracted me from playing the game. The game already wasn't good. You could have at least did one thing to make the game somewhat enjoyable, and you couldn't even do that, because the base game, the gameplay in this is just okay. Like, the game's forgettable. Like, there's nothing really memorable outside of you being able to pick up objects and throw them with your telekinesis, which is the best part of the game, which it gets old kind of quick. I ended up turning on like a one-shot mod that allows you to kill enemies in like one shot, which unironically makes the game more fun. It's just, the gameplay is just generic and boring and bland. The art style is generic, boring, bland. Same thing, same exact problems I had with Prey. Same thing. I feel like this game was really meant to be forgotten. It's like every single modern game. I'm so sick of it. Like, every single game. Female characters are intentionally being made ugly. Look at Aloy. Look at Abby. I don't think that was meant to be a woman. I'm like 99% certain Abby at one point was supposed to be a man, but they're like, no. Let's make her a woman. because apparently women are this huge and have this much muscle. So they ended up changing that. They made him into a her. It's like, no, let's just make it a woman and pretend this is what women look like. Hey, look at look at Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad. Went from the Arkham Knight Harley Quinn to Suicide Squad Harley Quinn. She looks ugly, disgusting, and I've never even liked Harley Quinn. Or you had a Fable woman that looks disgusting. The Star Wars Outlaws girl, if you want to call that girl. Ugliness is the new beauty. That's the new beauty standard, because these people think so lowly of themselves that they have to make the characters look like them to make themselves feel better about God not making them as good as they would have wanted to look. So they have to somehow self-insert themselves into the game without actually self-inserting themselves. And this is just how they do it. This is one way that they do it. And then you have morons unironically defending this. I've seen so many people unironically call this game a masterpiece. Like, what game isn't a masterpiece now? I feel like that word has just lost all meaning. Like, it means nothing. I'm not even joking. If they somehow came out with a huge update that made it where you could play as Eve from Stellar Blade in this game, the game would be like a billion times better. Unironically, the game would be better. Like, the game would still be boring. At least you actually have a reason to play the game now. Gaming is it's so dead, dude. I can't believe people still say gaming is better than it's ever been. Like, that's just too comical to me. Like, it's unbelievable that people actually believe that, because it's not true. It's not true at all. Bring more ugly women. Ugliness is somehow good, apparently. Somehow. We're never getting another Zero Suit Samus. We're never getting another Bayonetta. It's another attractive female character. We're never getting another Trish. I'm surprised we got Eve. I'm still shocked by that. We're never getting another Tifa. Like, I really feel like it's mainly the West. Like, the Asian developers aren't as bad. I'm sure they still put woke stuff in their games. It's just not as blatant as like these Western developers. But yeah, like, ugliness is literally being glorified. You have literal brain dead morons who claim to like video games, but have only played maybe 3 games in their life, telling you that you don't know what you're talking about. Like, I've been playing video games basically my entire life. I think I know what I'm talking about. Actually, I know what I'm talking about. And when I say this, I mean new. Like, new original female characters, not already established characters. I mean brand new. Like, characters you've never seen before. We're most likely not gonna get any. And if we do, it'll be a miracle. But be happy with your Tosh from Dragon Age to Failguard. Be happy with that.